Okay, our next speaker is someone I had never met and spoken to until a week ago. And without my help, without a lot of people's help, he went up in just the last 4, 5, 6 months, I don't know, signed up 50, like enrolled 50. Is that kind of cool? It's funny, I was talking to him and I said, oh my gosh, how are you doing this? And he was talking to me about how he's doing it. And he said, yeah, I just really help. I come from contribution. I train. I do online trainings. I help. That's what I'm doing. And he has 25,000 people that follow him. And he's only been in real estate for 5 years or something. I mean, it's funny to me. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. And he goes, yeah, all the trainers, they're all old. They're like in their 40s. And some of them are in their 50s. Like, I'm 52, easy, bro, And he's young. He was a professional athlete, played basketball in Europe, Spain, and Italy and France, or wherever. I don't know what countries he played for. He played in South America. Then he had a devastating sports injury, and that ended that dream. And he had to reinvent himself at 25. He's super old now. I think he's like 30. Guys, we may have to help him to the stage. And honestly, I hardly know what he looks like. I don't know if I've actually met you, Bryan. Is that you standing over there? Is that you? It is. All right. And I don't even know if I'm going to say his name right, but anyone who signs up 50, and I haven't even met and I've never helped him, I mean, what a stud, So help me welcome to the stage from, I don't even know where he's from. I think Southern California. Bryan Casella. Give him a hand, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, brother. Thank you. I'm 32, by the way, Brent, not 30. I'm not that young anymore. What's up, guys? You guys excited? Oh, man. I'm loving it. So Bryan's my name. BC is what everybody calls me. I actually have 30,000 followers on Instagram, Brent, not 25,000. Yeah, I created a really big YouTube channel, too. I have about 112,000 subscribers, and I've really just focused on pushing a lot of the stuff that I'm doing online to come from contribution like Brent was talking about. But if I was to rewind to the beginning, when I got into real estate, it was one of the lowest points of my life because I had put so much time and effort into basketball and dedicating my life. I mean, through high school and college, no parties, no drinking. I lived on the basketball court. I had a copy of the keys to the gym that my coach gave me, and that was like prohibited. He wasn't supposed to do that. So to go your whole life from age 10 to 24, 25, and to have that dream suddenly cut short with injuries, it was really devastating to me. I was like depressed, and I couldn't break out of it, right? So one day, I remember I was just walking down the street, and I saw one of those old real estate signs in front of a company that said, make $100,000 your first year in real estate. Now, I didn't believe it, but I was like, you know what? There's somebody in there who did it. I'm going to talk to them. So I went into the office, and typical real estate office, nobody's there. Everybody's on the computer looking at the MLS, right? Talking by the cooler, not really doing much. And I remember talking to the broker. I was like, hey, man, you mean for every house that I sell, I make a commission? So if I sell 20 houses in a month, I make 20 commissions? He's like, yeah. I'm like, why is nobody working? What's going on? I thought it was like a conspiracy, right? So before walking out of the office, I said, sign me up, dude. I'm in. I'm in. And I got my license a couple months later, and I hit the ground running doing the old school stuff, like going door to door and cold calling, and I built my business completely on prospecting. I did 15 sales my first year. Average price point in Southern California, for those of you who don't know, is at least $500 or $600 now, so it's a pretty good price point. I did 15, then 29, then 39, and then I started growing my team, which is where I'm at now. But throughout that whole process, I was documenting what I was doing on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. So that's how I amassed that huge following. And out of nowhere, people said, hey, man, do you do training? Do you do coaching? So I was like, sure, okay, I guess I do. Let's start. And I started doing it. And now I opened up a coaching program about 6 months ago, a group coaching program, and I have almost 300 people in it now. Yeah, it's incredible. It's really growing. So all I did was really preach these basics and fundamentals that I thought was missing. And it's funny that Brent brought up that I said the trainers are all older. I just felt that their methods were great, but they were still trapped in 1970 and 80 and not really getting with the times as far as social media. You know, I can't tell you how many deals we're going to close this year just from agent to agent referral from all the videos that I'm doing, right? Like I just closed a $5 million deal in Laguna Beach in Orange County, and I got that actual client from somebody who started following me a year ago on YouTube, and she sold his mom's house in Indiana. And he told her, hey, I want to buy a luxury property in Southern California. Can you help me out? You got to go to Bryan. I get a phone call, of course. Hey, dude, I want to buy a $5 million property. I was like, yeah, get out of here, dude, whatever. This is a joke. And I met with him that week, and boom, I wrote up an offer within a week. So that's kind of what I want to talk about here for a few minutes before I pass it on to the next speaker is everybody in this room has to really start embracing video and social media. You have no idea the power in it. It's insane. It's not only going to help you, but it's going to help everybody else. And all these personals that I'm getting, I've probably met 3 of them. Maybe 3. 4, if we're pushing it. All I do is talk about EXP. All I do is hashtag EXP on Instagram. I'm just a walking billboard for the company, and people come in droves. I do a couple lunch and learns, right? Travel a little bit, go talk to people. Anybody who's having any issues recruiting somebody, I tell them, hey, give me a call, I'm here. But all I do is talk about the company. That's it. It's really that simple. So as I started going through this whole phase of, really showing myself online, one of the biggest issues we run into, and I'm glad that Scott was bringing up the conscious mind and the subconscious mind because that's right up my alley. That's all I study, and I'm really fascinated in it, right? A lot of people won't do video because of the drunk monkey, like he said. Like, how many of you, by show of hands, are scared to death to do video, and it's just you, right? All the hands go up, right? I've noticed that doing video for me has helped me develop as a person. I've done, at this point, I want to say over 100 speaking gigs. I've spoken with the guys from $1 Million Listing at least 4 times now. I went to speak with them in Australia last year. I mean, it's just been a blast. And again, all of that was created from me doing videos because it's all about perception. I have people following me worldwide. I have people following me from the Philippines, from Australia, from the Middle East, from Italy, from Spain. And to them, I'm the #1 realtor on the planet. And there's probably some people in here who are kicking my ass when it comes to selling homes, right? Like, we're doing pretty good, but nothing compared to Brent and some of these other guys. But it's all about that perception. So imagine if in each one of your cities and in your area, you were that agent. Not only to your local community, but to the world. What is that going to do for your business? What is that going to do for your brand? And you have to really take a stand and make a commitment and say, I'm going to do this thing. At this point, for me, it's like taking a shower or brushing my teeth doing video. But I can tell that people still struggle with it because I can go out with 20 people, and as soon as I turn the camera on, hey, the video's on, everybody freezes up. It's sad. It's really sad, I think. One of the biggest steps that I took to help me with that, and I don't know who's doing it, you have to go to Toastmasters. How many of you have ever been to Toastmasters? Okay, good. You need to keep going over and over and over. I did it for 2 years. And the development that I've got from that was just out of this world. So when it comes to this video thing, every one of you has an iPhone, right? I'm guessing, most of you. That's 1080p. That's good enough video quality. Just get started. You don't need a fancy camera. I mean, if you go to my YouTube and you watch my first probably 50 videos, I'm doing videos where I think I'm looking at the camera, but it's facing the other way. Like, just embarrassing, right? You see the little black bars on the side of the video. The quality's terrible. It looks like I shot it from a flip phone. Just horrible. But I was putting myself out there, right? And that eventually gives you that confidence to keep going and keep doing it. Because that's really what it's about. And it doesn't take that long. I spend no more than 30 minutes or an hour on social media every day doing little clips and little videos and shooting my YouTube videos. And people would think that I'm on it all day. It's very simple. Yet the time that you put in, the ROI is ridiculous. And for every single one of you that's sitting in this room that wants to start signing people up and really building your rev share and creating that retirement plan like everybody's talking about, this is the ticket. Because it's an automated machine for me at this point. Like I told you, I maybe had a couple conversations with people. That's it. And Loida, who works for me, tells me every day. She sends me a text. Oh, this person signed up. This person signed up. I think I have as of this morning, 7 or 8 more people in process to join. It's crazy. So to wrap it up, how much are you limiting yourself by not taking advantage of what's already there? And all of this that I've created, all the Instagram followers, all the YouTube followers, the Facebook following, I did it without spending $1 in ad revenue. I don't pay for ads. I do now, right? Especially for the real estate side. But to grow my following was all organic from just posting and being consistent. As cliche as that sounds, that's really what it's about. And if you can start embracing some of these simple techniques, it's really going to take your life and your business, and especially this, to the next level. So the only question is when are you going to get started? When are you going to get started? I made that commitment years ago, and it's got me to where I'm at today. And not only this, but you're going to get so many more opportunities even outside of real estate. Your mind is going to be blown. I'm doing business deals and all this other stuff with people that I never thought I'd meet or be working with because I would have been doing on social media. So take advantage of this vehicle. Take advantage before the big dogs really get a hold of it and you have to spend a lot of money. Okay? Thank you.